Good night, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of He Say.
She Say.
Tonight, we have two guests and someone who's becoming a very, very, very regular contributor. So, what I'm going to do is let the guests introduce themselves, and then we'll get to the regulars.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Danny Prince, CEO, owner of AAA Wings.
Keno Kelly Brew, co-owner of AAA Wings and one of the cooks.
Okay. And
hey, everybody, it's Nancy.
Nancy of the many hairstyles.
Yes.
And always,
New week.
Tiana. Hello, everybody.
And last but not least, it's me, your host, Mark. So, for somebody, Nancy needs to learn how to work her phone.
Yeah, she gotta get together over here.
Okay, so usually this week, at this point in the show, I like to talk about a few things I found interesting in the news. I didn't pull out any articles because the news basically has been interesting enough looking at this Donald Trump situation, firing the FBI head, and the response to this stuff. Like, I will say this, I'm not happy that Trump is our president, but the news has gotten a whole hell of a lot more interesting for me when I watch it. And I don't know, and I'm kind of hoping in a way, if it doesn't affect me, I don't know how it's not going to affect me, that America gets what they deserve for voting this guy into office. I really do. I hope something.
I still think those people that voted for him are still living in oblivion. I don't think they see it.
They're not going to see it.
I don't think they see it.
So what do y'all feel about this? I mean, do you think there's something nefarious going on if they're going to all of a sudden oust the guy that's looking into to see whether or not there's improper relationship with Russia?
I think money has a lot more power in America than we're giving it credit for. I wouldn't put it past him serving a full term. People keep saying, oh, he's going to get impeached, he's going to go to jail. I would give him serving all 4 years. And I think there is a full population of quiet people who also voted for Donald Trump, who are just letting it roll out. Yeah, who are just staying quiet and just letting things play out.
Keep in mind, the president can only do what Congress allows he or she to do.
Right.
So I believe that Trump is going to do just what he says he's going to do, and the people that voted him in, that won him in, will keep him in. So I agree with Nancy. I think he actually may do the full term, unless he does something over the top, oblivious, that you have no other reason to say, okay, now we have to impeach him.
But what does it take to get impeached? Because I think that's the problem we're having. I don't think we really know what it's really going to take for him to actually.
I think we'll find out before the 4 years are up. He'll definitely walk that line.
Ask yourself the question: when have you ever seen someone get impeached?
We've never seen it.
We've never seen it. No,
I mean, not in our lifetime.
I mean, Nixon for the most part, but he resigned,
Bill
right?
I wasn't
close
alive
to getting impeached. They tried to impeach him because of a lie. You know what I mean?
But that was dumb. That was dumb.
But that's what I'm saying. So
that wasn't even strong enough to stand.
But they tried it.
They tried.
But I mean, that's what the Republicans do. You know, like they're in lockstep normally. That's the one thing I do respect about Republicans. Democrats, because they're liberal. Part of being liberal means you are going to be more open to hear an argument. And at times, they will vote against their best interest or whatever, or maybe
because of why they see a common goal. I mean, or money if somebody's in their pocket.
I mean, there could be any amount. There's a whole bunch of variables as to why they would do that. But first of all, I don't really, as far as Congress goes, this is the first Congress. Well, last Congress was the first Congress where every member of Congress was a millionaire. Millionaire meaning worth more than $1 million, not like $1 million. So if you're gonna
first time this term ever,
first time ever, yeah.
Okay.
So if you're gonna have that, and you have a world-renowned businessman, whether he's good or not, in office, I think there would be a whole lot of backdoor deals. I think some people, this is my rationale, that there's going to be some stuff that goes on. I mean, people are going to make backdoor deals, line themselves, because every 2 years you're up for in Congress. So, you might set yourself up for something other than that. Anyway, moving on to the next thing. Did you guys see what happened at Bethune-Cookman the other day, the graduation, the commencement?
The woman that had education.
Yeah. I didn't see I saw the video going around, but I didn't watch it. What happened?
She basically was booed for.
They booed her
for 23 minutes.
Really?
She stood there and took it.
Apollo.
She was talking. She was talking as well, and all that. And finally, forget the guy's name. I don't have it here in front of me, but he stepped up and said, if you guys continue, your diplomas will be mailed to you. But the thing is, why do you have her up there? They voiced their displeasure when they found out she was going to be the speaker.
And I thought at the end of the day, it's the students.
That's what the graduation is for, the students.
So did the person who actually scheduled her to speak at the commencement, that they come forward? Like, whose job is that? The events coordinator?
I don't know. And I'm wondering.
They were fighting it for a while. The students, they had a petition.
But whose idea was it to put her?
She's the new secretary of
Education. The new secretary of education. Okay. What's her name? Nancy
DeVos.
DeVos. I know her last name.
Dorothy, isn't it? Is it
Dorothy?
Nancy?
But she has
something with a Y.
Like a lot of her philosophies about schooling is really.
She doesn't have a good following.
And she doesn't even have a background education, period.
No,
and I
but
thought
her
that's
ideas.
what the issue was, right?
So my question is,
She even said something about black colleges.
My question is, who actually recommended her? Who thought that
That
she would
was
be
my
a good
question.
idea?
Yeah, like whose idea? Whose idea was this? Who thought this was a good idea?
I mean, you put someone up that doesn't have a good reputation, who's not
Betty.
well spoken of.
Betty.
However, you think that she will be a good candidate to speak to a commencement?
I mean, there's a whole lot of backstory to it that, for reasons as to why she would not be.
Riri's Way says that Florida NAACP is asking the president of the university to resign.
Because I'm not, and I apologize because normally I come a little bit more prepared than this. But she did make some comments in the past about black colleges being an option. Because, black colleges are struggling for money, and they get federal funding. Mm-hmm. And she was saying it's just a school option, and she doesn't see why they should do that. Not to mention, her. I know a couple people that are principals, and her solution to everything is to throw money at a problem. Mm-hmm. And she's into charter schools and all this other stuff. But there's certain schools, certain areas that people would be very effective. So
I think they're parading her. I think they're parading her around.
The way it normally works is the school pays to have the commencement speaker come in there. So I don't see why and if they would pay her, or if they paid her, why. So do you think
a service?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, this is basically the school got some money out of this.
I'm about to say it sounds
the
like
president signed a deal. The school about to get some books. The school about to get a new
roof. Black.
This is a struggling school.
Yeah.
What black college isn't struggling? Which black college isn't struggling right now?
But I'm saying, this president saw a need, and
Hampton University's not struggling.
My alma mater is never struggling. SU.
That's your alma mater?
No.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends that go there. One of my little sister goes to Hampton University.
Okay, that's not struggling.
They're not struggling.
They got money.
That's the real HU.
So it's not all of them, but it's a lot of them that are. I mean, a lot of those really small ones.
It's just hard to compete.
Like those Elizabeth City, and schools like that, they're struggling.
Yeah. So the only thing I say, and the only thing that really upsets me, is Black America's always for sale, man. We're always selling ourselves out. That's the only connection I can draw.
That's because we're in need, and I think we sell ourselves out because they know how to lure us in. They know what we need.
Money.
But I think the reason is why, because a lot of us never had. So when you see something you never had, it intrigues you. It's the allure. It's like the illusion of having more.
Right.
So what do you do? Do you go without?
No. Most people gonna take it.
So if you was the president of school, would you have taken the money? Because we're assuming the school why else have her speak?
Somewhere. There has to be a tie somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe they just.
It's what you do with it.
The money never seems to go where it's supposed to go. Anyway,
ties into the school somehow. I just don't know how.
Next and last story that I wanted to touch on. Not that you guys would be interested in it, but the whole Bow Wow challenge got me a little bit tickled this week.
Oh God,
what is that? A friend of mine told me about it, but
I mean,
did you
Bow
see
Wow's
the
just
picture?
lying, right?
He faked it.
Yeah, he faked it.
So he posted like a picture of a private jet, and then someone found him
apparently he posted on Instagram, and somebody, I guess, follows him on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Maybe they followed him because they saw him there, but they were on the Southwest flight with him.
In coach,
mm-hmm. And they took a picture of him. So he basically got outed right then because I think he took the picture less than an hour before.
Right.
So he about to get on a private jet.
Maybe he was taking a Southwest plane to his private jet.
Which would really be worth
I'm trying, Bow Wow.
That don't make no sense.
Well, let me tell you, Bow Wow lying has no interest in me at all.
Right.
Because half the people I follow on Instagram, Facebook are lying.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, everybody's lying.
Right.
Everybody's lying.
But I
Everybody's
think
lying
it's
on
more
that.
entertaining when a celebrity does it.
Yeah.
It's more entertaining.
I
You
think
get
most
more laughs
celebrities be
out
telling
of it.
lies anyway.
Yes.
All of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Celebrities
he
tell
just got
lies.
caught slipping.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah,
Slip.
they just got caught.
Right?
Remember this. Somebody's
He's been
always
lying.
watching.
Come on.
But the
Exactly.
thing about that
Camera
is, it was so
everywhere.
unnecessary to begin with.
Right.
You know, like that's a hard one to
Like
go
he
call
could have
on.
just hopped in the plane and went about his business.
Yeah,
Like,
nobody
what
need to
was
know
the
where you
need?
going and all
He's
that.
on the
But-
rebound. Erica Mena just left him, and he's trying to floss.
But you know what though? That's what happens when you. I mean, I've seen it too many times in my life. When you used to be the man, that hanging on shit is tough, man.
Yeah.
He's
To
reaching.
keep yourself
He's
relevant.
super
Yeah.
reaching.
You know what I mean? When you, like you said, when you used to be up here and all of a sudden you fall.
You fall. He's hanging on by a
I'm
thread.
like, yo,
Is he fail or is he just? I think Bow Wow just has the wrong manager.
He's
I
done.
think he's the wrong. No,
What's he
he's
gonna
not.
do?
He has
Movie
potential.
wise,
Yes.
he probably could do something.
Yeah.
Because he had a
music
show
wise, he's
CSI
done.
for a while, so
He's
he's
done.
still working.
He had an interesting transition into adult music. I think like so many people just get used to hearing Little Bow Wow. I don't know how I felt
He
about
went
his
to Bow
transition
Wow.
into adult.
None of them really
People-
can.
I feel like, yeah.
Fresh Prince couldn't
He's
do
done.
Will Smith. He couldn't do it.
Do we really consider Fresh Prince a rapper?
Nick Cannon
anymore?
couldn't do it.
yeah, don't
Do
sleep
we
on
really-
Will Smith. getting
Bow
jiggy.
Wow.
Those are bad
Still like
examples.
that.
I give Bow Wow a
You
level
like
over. Yeah,
that.
Bow
Like
Wow.
that.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
still partying
I
with
still
him.
bump getting
I
jiggy
listen to
with it.
Summertime
I
every
don't know
June.
about that.
Yo,
But
I
he
know
can
it's about to get
transition
hot.
Uh-oh,
now.
summertime about to come out then.
Summertime is
Yeah,
about to come
it's about to dust
out.
off the song.
Yeah, it's a
already-
classic hit. I don't know. I feel like Bow Wow just didn't transition well into adult music.
done.
Okay,
yeah, I
so
think so too.
real
Bow
quick,
Wow
I
need to remarket himself.
just want to go. He does.
He does.
We need to talk to
Himself.
Diddy. Like,
As
Diddy
an
changed his
actor.
name. Just change your name.
As an actor.
But he already did when
Own
he
a
dropped a
business.
little,
He need
right?
to hook
That
up
ain't
with Rick
changing.
Ross
Okay.
Well, no,
and
he
get some of
calls
the Buffalo
himself
Wild Wings
Chad. Or
established.
Shad.
Oh, Shad Moss. He
Yeah,
does say
That's his
his
real
name.
name?
Yeah.
But I mean, if
Boo.
anybody's one of the best people who did it,
Shad Moss
was
doesn't sound
Will
cool
Smith.
no more.
So he need to come up with a whole new identity. Just rebrand it. And not to mention all these girls dogging him out, man. Nobody, little sucker ass Bow Wow. Anyway, real quick before we go
Tell me how
around.
you really feel.
No, I'm just saying. Why every time he has a breakup, he do some dumb stuff,
I
man?
don't think he's
'Cause he thinks
struggling
he's-
like
he
y'all
thinks
think
he's
he's
Usher.
struggling.
You know,
I
I
didn't
just,
say he was
Yeah.
broke.
I just think he has to transition. To
I think he's
something
struggling for his
different.
identity. I don't think he's broke. I mean, I don't care if anybody's broke.
Rich.
because
Do you think he could sell out a concert right now?
Oh,
You're
absolutely
going.
He
not.
apparently can't afford a jet.
He's
You're
going.
going.
Yo, he'll probably
Because he did that
the
doesn't mean he
closest thing
can't
to a
afford
concert
it.
he'll get is a high school homecoming.
He could do like
no,
Crampton.
I think he can probably get the Howard.
He could do the Howard. I'll give him Howard
know.
or Fillmore.
Don't even see how you
No,
gonna.
I don't think
Howard.
Fillmore.
Howard though.
I don't know. It has to be
Howard.
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 He could do Howard.
He might can get a back to
The
summer
thing-
jam with
Yeah.
WPGC.
You
But
might-
no,
Bow
Bow
Wow
Wow
might
can
get
get
a
it
Nickelodeon
Howard.
show.
Y'all
He could do
tripping.
Howard
You might get a
there.
Nickelodeon show.
The
in
thing
Howard.
that
Yeah.
he's
He
at
put
a weird
Shantae Moore to
point.
Howard. Bow Wow can do it.
I think I don't know, but I think he's at a weird point in his career or a crossroads in the sense that I can't see too many people owning up to liking him enough to go to the
I
concert.
can't think of
You
a
know,
Bow
like how
What does
Wow.
that
people
like, though?
like how people
How
love
much
New
does a
Edition. They
ticket
come
cost?
out
I
and
would
all that.
guess.
Like
music.
Back to school
Music
jam.
Hey.
I mean, ask
Now,
yourself this: what is
he
it
got
about
his
Bow
SAG
Wow
card.
that you like?
Keep doing.
I think Bow Wow can flow for what it's worth. I think he has.
Now?
I don't know now. He's
Still,
not.
I
doing
don't think you
anything
lose
now.
it. I don't think you lose the ability to.
Yeah,
if you don't use it, you do lose it.
Yes.
he might not
Musically,
just be releasing music.
he's
That's
done.
not to say that he's not in his
I'ma keep saying
basement
that.
making tracks.
But
He probably
see,
has
like-
a whole.
The thing about it
Catalog.
is, okay, so the
He
way
wouldn't be lying.
hip hop go, right? What? Like, let's be honest. What would his subject matter be right now?
Whatever.
He ain't a thug.
Lying.
He's an act. So you can talk about
Women,
acting on set.
women, he need to go
He's
back.
So
about
everything
life.
need to be about women.
That's his best.
Okay,
That's the best
okay.
way to go.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
way
they
to
buy
go
the
for
albums.
him.
And they
They
will
buy the
buy them.
album.
Yeah, he can talk about taking
That's
ladies
the-
on
that's the best
vacations
way to
on his
go.
jet.
But then they're gonna say, "Why you lying?
Basically.
Yeah,
You taking vacations on your jet? Why you lying?"
Man, I mean,
You and Coach.
okay, real quick, I want to go around that. Anybody lie on Instagram, Facebook, or anything otherwise? Yeah,
No.
never, ever.
Does filters count?
Yes, that's a lie. Cause I sit next to you every week.
Nah.
And I look better in person.
I know you be filtering out the bullshit.
No. I don't lie.
You allow that?
No.
Never showed off for nobody?
On social media. I don't feel any.
You never put up a filter?
You never.
I never put on a filter
showed
before,
off
but
yeah.
I
showed off or whatever.
But people consider filter lying. That's
full
why
of money.
Okay.
That's showing off. But
I thought about going home and changing my clothes for y'all.
Instagram.
Put on something a little more fresh.
But that here though. I'm just talking about like on Facebook, Instagram. Because a lot of people do that.
So they busted, you busted. You can put all the filter you want on it.
So there's a difference between fronting. I'm not going to front on Instagram or no social media, but I like the little filters that come with the phone and the Snapchat stuff. Well, I don't have Snapchat.
I don't think that's lying either. That's what I just said. I don't correlate that with lying.
Is the reason you don't correlate that with lying because you do it?
I mean, I do it, but that's no different than saying just because you wear makeup or because you get a haircut or something, then you're lying. I don't correlate the two.
Filters are more so entertaining than lying.
Yeah, it's an accentuation of something, not a lie. I mean, it's still my face.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm still cute.
All right, well, just for the record, I've never, ever, because I don't take pictures, so there's no reason for me to do that shit. I don't take no pictures. So here we're gonna move to the order of the day. The reason that we have the two guests here, as Danny mentioned, he is the CEO of AAA Wings, and we wanted to invite him in here. And he came on rather short notice, so we thank you on this messy Thursday for coming in here.
Thank you.
And he's going to talk a little bit about the genesis of AAA Wings and what they're doing, because apparently 2017 been a big year for AAA Wings.
Right.
So. Actually has.
Okay.
Actually has. So me take it.
Yes, sir. Take it away, sir. Well, as I sip.
Well, let me first say thank y'all for bringing us on the show. I'm actually very excited. I said I've never been on a radio show, so I feel. Can I be like Bow Wow?
You can do what you want.
I'm doing something.
You want me to take a picture?
Sure, you know what I'm saying? But no, AAA Wings actually birthed in January 1st, 2017. Okay. I've been doing it for 10 years. I was sharing with you when I bought my first house, me and my wife bought a grill. Well, actually, I bought a grill. She was on vacation. I bought a grill and I was grilling some chicken. And I wanted to just do something different. I got tired of barbecue sauce, and I took a liter of Pepsi, poured into a pot, and started doing some concoction, some magic. And I had a barbecue sauce that I said, you know what? I wonder what else I can do. And I just began to push the limits and go further and further into different sauces, different flavors. And then I said, you know what? I wonder if I can sell this. However, the name AAA Wings didn't come until years later, probably about a year ago.
Okay.
So that's where we're at today at AAA Wings.
So your heart is in the sauce.
It really is.
It's the heart is in the sauce.
My heart is in the sauce.
Okay.
I tell people.
So you can put that on anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? We're going to steal a slogan. We're going to steal a slogan. That is. Okay. So I need my cut.
Right.
Whatever that sauce slogan is. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there.
Okay, so I got a question then. Because I'm not one to experiment when it comes to food too often. So how much did you throw away in the process of creating sauces? I know you've probably said, nah, this ain't going to work.
Actually, I don't throw away a lot.
All right.
I don't throw away because my thought process is I'm going to use everything. It wasn't until recently I really started to simplify my sauce to where I can put it into writing of what it is, because in the beginning stages, I was just mixing a whole bunch of stuff together until I got the taste that I wanted. Mm-hmm. But 9 times out of 10, once you eliminate everything, you can get the taste you want out of about maybe 5 to 10 simple ingredients. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what I didn't throw away a lot. I just started to build on what was bringing the flavors that I needed, and I captivated it by that simple flavor.
Okay. So you have actual recipes now. You actually have a particular recipe that you follow by every single time and never changes.
For the most part.
Okay.
For the most part. I mean, like I said, my heart is in the sauce. So when I'm in the kitchen, I just go for it.
Okay.
I turn on some music and I'm in a zone. It's like I'm the magician, and I'm just concocting up this great trick to show somebody.
So do you bottle it, or do you have to get it already cooked onto the chicken?
Cooked onto the chicken. Bottling is definitely coming.
Okay.
Definitely coming.
Okay.
I'm about to say, because if the sauce is the deal,
yeah, definitely.
You might need to just go to
places. We're looking to talk to some people about doing that manufacturing and putting it in stores.
I say go for it. The Mambo Sauce lady did it.
Yeah.
So that's
that was that was on point.
That was her stuff is in everywhere.
It's
every store you see the Mambo Sauce. Every store.
Definitely.
There's a couple of people in the area that I've seen sauce in stores.
But the thing is, it's more of about
it's doable.
It's about the shelf life. Mm-hmm. How long? Because all our stuff is right now is fresh.
Ooh.
It's from scratch. So we're trying to, if we're gonna go to that point, we need to know what we need to put in there so it can stay on the shelf longer.
Okay. Now, okay, I got another question. AAA wings. What's AAA stand for?
That's my absolute favorite question. What does AAA stand for? It's actually a family name. My wife and my 2 daughters. My wife's name is Angela. My daughter name is Aaron and Avery. So AAA wings is the root of me. It's my family.
That's what's up.
So I'm so gun ho.
You got a Mother's Day weekend too.
I'm so gun ho and particular about my product because my product is connected to my family name. So anything that's connected and representing, it has to be perfect.
I know
because
that's right.
if it fails, that name is behind it. My wife's name is behind it. My girl's name is behind it.
Oh, it's not
going
to
to fail. But if it succeeds, that's a legacy.
Might take a little longer. That's what
right.
And that's what it's all about, is leaving a legacy for my family.
Definitely. And nothing happens overnight.
No.
So
hard work and dedication.
That's
definitely.
Right. That's
right. They have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
No, okay. So I have another question. Okay. I have to admit, I'm going to be honest, full disclosure here. I had mixed feelings when you came in here minus the wings. But I'm kind of happy though, because I don't think it'd be a good look for anybody to see me eat wings the way I eat them in here. And oh yeah, but Donnell, you're right, Donnell. You're right, Donnell.
Now, a disclaimer. I could have graced you all with a full tray of wings of whatever flavor you all asked, had I been given enough notice.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm just actually joking, but I am serious as well. About the eating part, nobody wants to see me do that. Not chicken, wings, anything else. I'm good.
Next time, I promise.
I got perfect manners as far as that goes.
So right now, is the focus just on wings? Have you expanded to anything differently?
No, we stay in our lane.
Okay.
A lot of folks
master one thing before you can go to something else.
Yeah, basically.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm very confident in saying that I have no desire to really go any further.
Okay.
Wings is what I do. I know a lot of chefs. I know a lot of caterers that I have no problem passing business off to them.
Oh, wow.
I have been asked to do a full wedding. I've been asked, do I cater? And I say, absolutely not. I stay in my lane.
Right. You
want some wings? I'm there for you.
Okay.
You want macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and all that other stuff? I can pass you on to my bro, Chef Mac and Cheese, Lou, the ultimate caterer. So I just pass it on.
So what's the majority of your orders? Like single orders or parties, or what's the majority?
Orders. I have a birthday party this weekend, 30th birthday party this weekend for 100 wings, honey Moscato.
Honey Moscato wings.
That sounds good.
Speaking of
so people getting drunk eating your wings?
I have a whole...
You are catering to the public. I will say that. You are definitely catering to what people want.
So I have a whole list of my flavors.
Okay.
I have
how many you up to now?
Sweet tea wings. I have peach honey Moscato wings. I have an H3, which is an Asian infused spicy sauce, and I have my cola wings. So I switched from Pepsi to cola because when it does take off, I don't want to be sued by Pepsi. So cola is more generic.
Oh, the name. Okay.
So for legal wise,
wow, that's smart.
Legal wise, cola wings.
That's smart, yeah.
So I don't get sued. And I'm gonna be releasing chocolate wings, barbecue sauce strictly made from chocolate. So my goal is to push the limits.
We also got that peanut butter and jelly thing coming out.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Is it going to be strawberry jelly or grape jelly? Is it grape jelly or strawberry jelly? This is my.
We haven't really figured out the jelly part yet.
Strawberry.
I love strawberry.
Yes, me too. I hate grape jelly.
Oh, I'm the
same. I think I'm gonna have to pass.
Why did they make it?
Jelly.
I would try it.
Go ahead. So I would think the invention process is fun because you get to taste it, right?
Yes. Most definitely.
Okay.
And if you ever need an apprentice to help taste wings,
for sure.
Hey, don't get her gassed up because I don't see what purpose you're gonna serve there other than just eat up all the product.
Well, that's what I'm there for.
They're in business to make money.
I'm there to get feedback, bounce ideas.
It sounds like you're there to feed.
This is what I'm saying.
Right. Give honest feedback.
Part of my feedback has to be eating. So,
all right. So, as far as this goes, what's the financial risk? I mean, was there any to begin with?
You learn day by day.
Right.
I will say this, as I've grew up eating chicken all my life, but it wasn't until I kicked off this business that I realized just how expensive buying chicken can be.
Mm-hmm.
Buying chicken is not a cheap product
good
at all.
chicken.
And I do take pride in buying the best chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I recently bought some chicken from a establishment, and they looked horrible. I did not want to serve it. I did not serve it. I threw away almost 40 pounds of chicken, which was about $150 worth of chicken.
And there's no return on your money. You can't take the chicken back.
No, you can't take the chicken back. So
I'm asking because there might be people out there that might not know. I know if I go to Popeyes and I buy some chicken, and I'm like, I want this chicken.
Yeah, but it wasn't raw.
It don't matter. I bought chicken.
So I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I take pride in what I get, what I sell, and what I give my customers, because again, that product is attached to something that's something that's very special.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody speaks bad about AAA Wings, in a sense, they speaking bad about the name. They speaking bad about my family, and I can't have that. Right. So it was a risk, even just naming AAA Wings after my family, because good or bad, they're going to be represented behind it.
Okay.
So you do have a day job then as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But hopefully, pretty soon you'll be replacing. So next question. As far as I'm sure that grill that you first bought is no longer good enough.
That's my baby.
How do you
So how do you cook How do you fulfill these orders?
I have 3 grills.
Wow.
I have 3
industrial
grills.
size,
those are my babies. I'm actually looking to get something that I can do 1,000 wings at one time.
Oh, wow.
But right now,
that's like a pit.
3.
That's not a
Yeah.
Don't move then.
That's a pit.
Don't move. Once you get that to the house, you can't move that.
No, you're right. So I do have about 3 big size grills that each one I could probably do about 100 wings on each.
Okay.
So one I bought when I first bought my home. The other one I bought maybe about a year or so ago, 2 years ago, and the other one I bought a year ago.
Okay.
So you keep pouring back into the business, right?
I do,
Because so that means business is good then.
It is very good. I'm actually. I'm turning down more than I actually accept.
That's okay. So that's
awesome.
the next question, because it's just you two, right?
Yes.
And it's only so much you two can do.
Woo.
Exactly.
So if you need, maybe you can use Nancy on the weekend.
Yes.
Maybe you can use them. But she's gonna
Helping
take whatever she eats out of whatever you're gonna give her.
I ordered 8 pieces. Like what?
Stupid.
So Kina, how did you come into AAA? That's what I really wanted to ask.
How did I come in there? You go ahead.
Yeah, let me answer that. So,
okay.
Me and Kino have known each other for almost over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
We went to elementary school together. We went to middle school together. Went to high school together. He was the best man at my wedding.
All right.
We lived together, so we think the same. And when I thought about, when I thought about who I wanted to really run this business with me, God laid on my heart Kino.
All right.
Because we both are family man. We both have a desire to really bring our children up with a legacy. To always, anything we do, they have to be the center of it, our family and our kids. So I feel like Kino is probably the only one I can really trust to help me run this business. Because, truth be told, AAA Wings is just a small piece of a big puzzle. There are so many other things that's going to branch from under the business mindset that I have, that my goal is to basically just say, okay, here, you run this. And I'm going to go move on to something else. So that's how Kino came into the picture.
Yeah, it's just basically just trying to expand. You know what I mean? Just like take one thing, go to the next. Like you said, it's just a small piece. Plus I've been doing this for over 30 years. I'm only 38.
All right.
You've been doing what? Cooking,
catering.
Oh,
I've been in it for a long time.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
So he can lean on your expertise. David Ben, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, said get a food truck,
David.
low overhead, you can move the product.
Oh yeah, I already looked into that.
Yeah.
I already knew it was low overhead, but the thing is, the food truck game right now, because it's a game, it's very saturated.
I was just about to use those words. It's oversaturated.
It's oversaturated here. But I was thinking about if I did go that way, or we did go that way, Baltimore. I'm looking at Baltimore to see what they're talking about, and they opening up more spots in Virginia. But it depends on where you.
So let me ask about the whole food truck industry. They seem to only focus on certain areas. I would love to see a food truck come near my area. Like I don't
Ain't nothing popping off where you at.
Area.
I don't want to
Anywhere you are,
have
there's
to drive.
nothing going
I'm
on.
on the Maryland side of 495. I gotta go to DC and wherever.
But they usually go to business districts, right?
What area?
They're a lot
Yeah.
by my job. They're always a
That's
lot.
where they
You
go.
work in
Lunchtime.
DC.
I
Well,
do.
that's what I'm
If you
saying.
have
Y'all
certain
working-
times, unless you get different permits.
So, okay, that was my question. That's kind of where my question was
go
going.
with the
So,
permits and
Tiana, you sound lazy. You
You
sound like you
can't-
want someone to drive a food
it has
truck to your house.
wheels. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, it got wheels. It's supposed to come to me.
yeah.
They go where the money is.
I got money.
So
You can buy a plate of wings for 12. They're gonna drive you for $12.
So get this. That's the catch-22 when you do a food truck versus a brick and mortar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to several business owners that have had food trucks, dropped food trucks, and went with brick and mortar, and some have dropped the brick and mortar and went with food trucks. It's really what you want out of it.
How you
So
wanna-
with the food truck, you're basically going to people.
Mhm.
right.
With the restaurant,
Yeah, that's-
people are
Coming
coming
to
to
you.
you.
Well, they have the Truckaroo. Do you ever go to that in the summertime that they do in
I've
Southwest?
heard of it. I haven't been.
Okay, it's nice.
Yeah, I actually
It's
said I
real
want to try to go
nice.
this
Do you
year.
want to tell us what that is, or?
It's an event that they do like once a month in Southwest, and they do it like on a Friday or a Saturday. So it's like a conglomerate of all these food trucks, and they have like live bands and artists and vendors, and they get together, and it's just like it's a couple of hours, and it's big business. Like the lines it's like an hour-long line for most of these food trucks. It's a really cool event. They do it in the summertime.
I would think that's a risk right there.
No, that's
Do you think
that's
it's a
real
risk?
dope right there.
because
Yeah,
you go.
it's
No, I'm saying, but you
awesome.
go to the
But
Truckaroo, right?
But you got to do it a little more.
And yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
You
true.
just can't have it once.
I think so too. I wish they
Yeah.
would do it more because once you miss it, you're like, damn, I have to wait till a
you
whole
gotta
another
think of
month.
the permits again.
That's true. Okay.
Who's throwing it? Who's doing it?
So what has been the biggest obstacle? Is the permit? Because you mentioned the permit thing a lot. Is that kind of
No.
been?
Are they hard to get?
Okay,
No, it's
so
not
are
hard.
there any obstacles with
In regards
starting
to
your own
what?
business? Period, in a food
No,
business at that.
no. In regards to all the permits and the legalities, everything is you apply. It's very seldom you get turned down for anything.
Okay.
So you apply, they give it to you. I think the biggest obstacle is really pushing your business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pushing your business, really balancing out the cost you put into business and what you bring in. Like I said, I never realized just how expensive chicken wings were, but I find myself now, okay, everything that comes in literally turns right around and go back out every order.
Mm-hmm.
So you place an order for 100 wings this Saturday, 150 wings that Saturday. You go to Restaurant Depot, you get a 40-pound box of chicken for $98, and you got to sort through that. The next time you spend, you're basically spending that money you made off the orders just to buy other orders.
Wow.
So that's the challenge, is really trying to find your medium.
Your break even.
Exactly.
That's the question. Are you at the point where you're breaking even or a little more?
Not yet. Like
Okay.
I said, we went public January 1/1, so we really haven't broke even.
Mm-hmm.
Some days we do. Depends.
Right.
Depends on how many orders we take in a month or what event. We had a vendor event this past Saturday.
Yeah.
So we did good on that. However, the money from that is going to orders that I have this month.
So what factors went into you naming your price point? Because I think you have really good pricing, like compared to like wing stops or other wing places that you go. What factors did you take in when you found your price point for your orders?
That's a very good
You
question.
want me to tell that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Basically, we looking at for what they're doing to what we're doing. It's the time that we're
market.
putting it in. No, not just the market. It's the time, because they could just get a bottle of sauce and just throw it on there and sell it to you. Where we're actually going inside and cooking, making it from scratch. Everything's from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically basing the pricing off of us, our time that we're giving to you through our food.
Okay. This is a question along the same lines.
Right.
My man PDQ Boss asked, "What makes your food any different from all the other chicken spots?"
Good question.
I love
Good
questions
question.
like that.
Okay, good.
I
Good.
love questions like that.
Listen up, PDQ.
Excuse me.
No shade at all. No shade to the anybody out there that sell wings, the Wingery Shop, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Metro City Wings, American Best Wings, all those. No shade to them in general, but I told somebody just the other day, in a 10-mile radius, you will not find the flavors that we're producing.
All right.
In a 10-mile radius of the DMV, you will not find the flavors we're producing unless you attempt to duplicate them.
Mm-hmm.
I've visited every wing place in this area.
Really?
Just about, yeah.
So you did your research.
Yeah.
And what bothers me
Have to.
is a
Gotta
lot
know
of the places
competition.
have these flavors, and you have to ask them, what does this mean?
Mm.
I got one flavor, Jimmy Fly Snooker. Tell me, what does Jimmy Fly Snooker?
Is it really a Jimmy?
No, I'm just.
Oh,
I don't want to throw. I don't want to put no business.
No,
I'm not putting no business names out there,
Right.
but within a 10-mile minute, you can find the same 20 flavors.
Right.
Barbecue, sweet and sour, teriyaki, lemon pepper, some
Jerk.
type of spicy jerk.
Yeah.
Jerk that just tastes like.
And I wanted to.
salt.
Right.
That's it.
I wanted to reach a different
Seasoned
clientele. I wanted to really stand out from all the other competition.
Right.
You know, I'm not in it for competition, but I really wanted to stand out. That if you wanted something mind blowing, out of the box, something you've never had, come to us.
Well, this is another thing that I've been thinking about, and we've been thinking about. We're thinking about having some of the customers design their own sauces.
Oh,
I like that.
We give you give us 3 things you want, and we make it for you. Not saying that it's your sauce,
okay.
but we'll make it for you. So it's designer sauce, unless you purchase that sauce yourself. You know what I mean? Like the actual
Designer
name.
sauce. I've never heard anyone.
Lay's kind of
use
did that
term.
where they let people like
Yeah.
they put like the little temporary
Okay,
flavors out there to see if it would hit.
Real quick, I want to interrupt. PDQ just came back and asked what's your address. So I realized people
all right.
pop in and out. So maybe you can periodically give them an update as to how they can contact you.
Most definitely. You could reach us at AAA Wings #1, AAAWings1@gmail.com. Send us an email. Tell us the event you're having, how many wings you want, or you can call us just to get some information, and I'll send you an email with our flavors, our pricing, and how we go about proceeding with getting your wings. You can hit us up on Instagram at @triple_A_wings or Facebook at AAA Wings.
I should have done this earlier. Darnell, can you put the phone number up just in case people want to call and ask a couple questions?
So realistic timing. So if I call you, today is Thursday, and I want to feed 50 people by Saturday.
You
is
on
that
your
real?
own.
Is that realistic? 'Cause I think a lot of times
At this
people are
point in
not.
time, no.
Okay.
Okay, that's not realistic.
No, not
okay, so
right
what's
now.
a realistic time for people
Man,
that
there's
are
restaurants
trying
that
to
can't do that
feed
turnaround.
a certain? Because I think people need to know that. I think a lot of times we.
See, you said 50 people or 50
wings.
piece. See,
Oh,
it's
a difference.
Everybody can get one
That's a
wing now.
difference.
I eat more than
No,
one
one.
wing.
You're damn right.
Well, hell, live there.
There's a difference.
It's the basis of the party because you never know what else they're
Right.
selling
So
or they're having.
So it's sold by the wing. You
Yeah,
don't get into the party.
Yeah, we're not yet, but
Okay.
we're looking into that because it's a different pricing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like we'll come to your event and set up the whole AAA Wings experience.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
We'll definitely come and
Nice.
we'll set up a whole station, wings and the sauces, and really just bring you the AAA Wing experience right there to your event.
Oh, wow.
Or we can just drop off a pan of wings for your party.
And leave.
So what's the
you prefer,
minimum?
right?
What's the minimum order?
60.
60. Okay.
Okay.
And that's for delivery for your 60 or 60 they have to. How does that work with the?
Depending on the 10-mile radius, we'll bring them to you.
Okay.
We'll definitely bring them to you.
Now, I think it's my job to ask the important questions here.
We need the logistics of how things flow.
Why are you
Go
laughing?
ahead. 'Cause
I'm
you
about to
so
ask a question.
crazy.
Ask
Go
your
ahead.
important
Ask
question.
your
All right.
question.
The summertime is about to approach us.
Oh, Lord.
This time of year, I like to wear white t-shirts. Sounds like, will I be safe eating your wings wearing a white t-shirt?
Oh my God, you got finger licking chicken.
Well, I mean, you got to ask yourself the question, would you be safe eating anybody's wings with a white t-shirt?
The plot
Unless I order them
thickens.
dry. Nah, probably not.
I think that's your answer right
I
there.
gotta be perfect. Okay, all right. Touche. Because I'm worried because that's why I said it's good that you didn't bring it here because I have a special relationship with chicken wings and I actually know the proper way to eat them.
Leave
And
nothing
they
on the
Leave
bone.
nothing.
The bone is clean.
That's
So
the proper way.
yeah, that's the proper way.
You gotta clean
You would
them
be in
bones.
Leave
you
no.
it would
be
do well
disrespectful.
for your business for them to see what I did after
Yes, most
to your
definitely.
chicken
Most
wings.
definitely.
They're so clean you can glue them together and make a little house if you like. You know what? Something for
The
your kids to
bone
play with.
collector. So what's your most popular flavor?
It varies.
Okay.
It varies. I would like to say all of them. But however, after the event we had last Saturday, I think the Asian spice and the peach honey moscato.
That sounds so good. I want to try that.
Yes. Do you all have a favorite flavor? I guess this is one flavor. Sweet tea is your favorite.
That's what you said you want to try.
I did. I just cannot.
We definitely know y'all are black.
The sweet tea.
The sweet tea.
Not the way you just constructed how to eat a piece of chicken.
No,
Those
really
No, but the thing is, it's like when you eating it and it's like, wow, for real, sweet tea on, like.
Because I'm trying to picture the fusion. I'm like, I don't know. So it's better than I would think, right?
Yeah,
way better.
It's better than.
All right, I'm good. Now, would you consider yourselves entrepreneurs?
Yes.
Okay, so are you at liberty to expand more about your vision, which you started talking about earlier?
Of course.
Okay.
Definitely.
Can you do that, bro?
So basically, like I said, AAA Wings is just a small piece of a bigger puzzle. I love working with kids. I love working with teens. My goal is to really try to open up a youth center. A youth center. I want to do a youth tour. I want to go around to different schools, different community centers, and really just talk to these young folks to really bring some insight on their potential, on what they can be. Right now, we live in a community, we live in a society where seeds aren't being planted in our young folks, but seeds are being taken from them. Seeds their life is being taken, their potential, their opportunities, their talent is being taken from them, and not enough is being poured into them. And that's why we have a lot of these young kids that's just wilding out. You got the news reports that are saying missing kids, and half of them aren't even missing.
Yeah, they're just out in the street.
They're just out.
Yeah.
And I recently just was introduced to that because a young lady flashed up on the screen as missing, and I called her family member and I said, "Is she missing?" She said, "No, she's not missing. She's in the system. She just ran away." And that really hurt me because society is painting this picture one way, but in these neighborhoods, it's a totally different situation going on.
I agree with that. That's one of the reasons why I stopped sharing, because there was a point where every time there was a missing person popping up on my social media, I would send it. And then all of a sudden you start hearing reports that technically some of these kids are not even missing. They just out in the street. But how do you know? I mean, that's
some of the stories I heard when that first popped out. A couple people close to me are in law enforcement. One in particular is one of the communications liaisons for Prince George's County. So I just asked him. I was like, "Hey man, what the hell's going on?" But all this, he's like, "Man, it ain't real. They not really missing, man. They out here." But he was telling me a lot of these, especially the girls, are leaving because they're unhappy where they're staying. A lot of them are foster, but like even if it's not foster, and they're prostituting themselves via Instagram, and that's how. And I was like, oh. And then after that, I kind of like a part of me emotionally just went, and I can't even think that these young kids.
And I think that's what we can't do. As much as we want to, we can't detach ourselves from it.
I just can't imagine. It's hard for me to picture. Because I'm looking back at my age, when I was certain ages. I can't imagine making a decision at 14 or 15. This is better than what you got.
They don't have no hope.
That's what I'm about to say.
None whatsoever. It's like...
Well, look at the generation at hand. These kids, their parents are kids.
Oh, yeah.
My mom is 63 years old. Some of these kids, their parents are probably 20. Their parents are 30 years old. They still have child mentality, child mindsets. That they like, okay, I don't even know how to take care of this child. Barely know how to take care of myself.
Okay, so what popped in my mind when you first started talking about saving the kids.
Are you crying?
No, my eyelashes sticking.
What'd you think?
My eyelashes.
I thought she was shedding the tears.
I ain't about to say.
No,
I was like, you're being a bit dramatic right
now.
Close up.
No, my eyelashes hurt. You didn't distract me. What was I about to say? Okay, so is it the kids that need help, or is it the parents? Because I feel like we're saving these kids.
It's not just the kids. It starts with us.
We reach out to these kids and then we send them right back home.
Think about
same bullshit that they've been dealing with.
But think about how
that's a very touchy.
I think it's the parents
topic.
that need to be saved in most cases. I don't think it's just the kids.
Can we be candid?
Absolutely. This is the place to I just said my first curse word tonight.
It's only 50. What?
That was my first curse word tonight.
All right.
Check this out.
For the night.
The councilman, 8th Ward Councilman Tavon White hosted a rally at the school about the missing girls. And
for 6 years.
That rally was what I call good intentions gone bad. Because they hosted this rally to give people answers that they didn't have. So you had all these emotional moms and dads and parents and people from all over Maryland and Virginia, PG coming, trying to get answers where these missing, and no one had answers. But they allowed a lot of the parents who've had missing children give testimonies of their experience. And a lot of it does go back to the parents. Again, I mean, parents nowadays aren't our parents. No. My parents didn't let me. My mom didn't let me go but so far. If I went far, it's because I was intentional to be very disobedient, and then there were consequences behind that.
You're gonna be snatched back.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Nowadays, parents really let their kids do
more
whatever they want.
But if you think about it, I have a good friend that likes to use the saying, "This is what happens when your mom or dad listen to the same music you do," meaning that you're young.
Yeah.
If you go that route, a lot of times there's a little bit of resentment in the fact that you lost a part of your youth. So you're gonna let the kids run so you can run.
Most definitely.
Or if you have them young and you don't necessarily have the means, you might have to be working and you can't doing more or whatever, and you can't monitor them.
But how many of us have help? Like
a lot of us don't have help.
No, they don't have help.
That's
tough.
How many people are gonna say, okay, if I know this person and this is my neighbor, and like they say, it takes a village. None of us watches each other's back.
I'll put it to you like this, right?
We talk about that a lot.
That's what's different from when we were kids.
I talk about that. That's just, and we were just talking about that. How, for example, that back in the day when you live in the community where neighbors knock on your door, always want to borrow something. There was a time I remember my mother, whenever somebody knocked on our door to borrow something, she'd be like, close the damn door, because once you started, they'll never stop. But looking back, I think we probably should have never stopped, because just because somebody's coming to you, that don't mean they won't give to you. You know what I mean? So I just think our whole barter system, the whole depending upon each other.
My daughter will never have the relationship that me and Keno have.
No.
Me and Keno are best friends. And it was because of that, knocking on the door. Hey, what's going on? Hey, you got some milk. My daughter probably won't ever have that with a friend because that has been cut off. Definitely. I live in a cul-de-sac, and I can't tell you how many times I've knocked on my neighbor's door and asked for anything.
Definitely.
I barely want to go up and knock on the door, just,
It's different.
Yeah, it's very
but you got to think about it. Where you live at now, how many of y'all know y'all neighbors?
I know my one neighbor.
I know what they look like.
I know my neighbor.
Yeah.
But because we share a foyer.
Not like enough to have them inside, but I know them outside.
Exactly.
They don't cross my door.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing about
it. That's
the
problem.
It's not even a problem. It's just
what it is.
It's what it is.
It's the difference.
Now, it's interesting that you say that, because I have a daughter, and she's 1. She just turned 1.
Oh.
And turn on the news will make you frightened, in the sense that I don't want anyone who's not family dealing with her.
Most definitely.
Watching her.
But that's how it's supposed to be.
But even so, thinking about what happens in families. Luckily, or unluckily, there's not no bunch of males, because I wouldn't even have no males around, like by themselves. So at this point, so far, she hasn't been in any strangers' hands as yet. But just knowing that happens, it doesn't sit well with me, because the way the community goes,
I'm very overprotective.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the more when they get older, because I have 13. My kids are 13. They twins, so boy and
I'm about to say, I thought you said 13.
13
Okay,
kids.
all right. Well,
no.
Tell us about kids.
She said I got 13, right?
No, my kids are 13. And,
I'm about to say, keep making them wings, buddy.
Right.
I have to tell a whole lot more than
push the website again.
We'll be selling the whole chicken. Not just the wings.
See, my grandmother used to say something. She used to always say, kids or having kids are like clothing. You cut the pattern out, and one day you hope that it fits. That means we're the direction. So what we put in their head, even if they don't want to listen to you, even though they mad, they still remember. A lot of stuff I know or my know-how came from them telling me something. Even though I was running out the house, told my man, you can't hear me. I'm doing my thing. I'm out there doing whatever I'm in the streets. But as an adult, I think back and be like, wow, this stuff really.
So with saying that Could it possibly be the kids that we see running amok, running wild, the kids that we believe have no hope?
They just want some guidance. They want somebody.
But
it's
could
love.
they also have that same situation
love.
where somebody at some point is talking to them and we just gotta hope for the best that they come out right? I mean, do you really feel like this generation is worse off than we were?
Think about when you was 13.
Yes, they are.
So everybody has seeds planted in them.
Right.
You got to ask yourself what seed is being planted. And it's my desire to every teen, every child I connect, I'm planting a seed that has a positive growth, that has a positive potential in it. Because again, life plants seeds. Drug dealers plant seeds. Pedophiles. You
got something you want to do? Or?
No, Hampton alert, Amber alert. I'm sorry, I turned my phone off. Everybody's phone going off.
Yeah, everybody's just gonna do an Amber alert.
Yeah.
Mine not.
Because you don't have to. You didn't
What
turn
do
the
you
option
have?
on your
Boost?
phone.
I don't know.
It's actually an option on your phone.
I'm not looking for anybody.
Yeah, it's an Amber alert. Somebody in Hampton, Virginia is kidnapped.
Oh,
where do you live? You can't help them now.
I mean, it's
where you?
Hey, they might
We
ride
share
up.
highway.
They might come up 95.
You trying to say the kids, Mom?
We are.
Okay.
We are. Right now, I'm focusing with mine, but yes,
Oh,
we are.
We gotta save all
See,
the
now
babies.
there could be a child that's missing. I mean, that was.
Shoot, it starts with one.
Yeah.
If you take care of yours,
I'm
you
sorry,
can't
she
worry about
interrupted.
them
You
others.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That was the
Amber
Amber alert
alert.
that we had to give it the attention that it needed.
That's right.
But I think we just need to be more intentional with planting seeds in these young kids. We need to be more intentional in being in their business.
But you know, honestly, what I see though, I see the kids, and you wanna, from the outside, you wanna give them direction, and you're like, kind of reluctant to even interject, because especially when they're a teenager.
Yo,
you're like, you know what?
I get it.
I can't approach this person.
All right, I'm gonna tell you like this.
I see a group of them.
Where I work at, I see the good gone bad.
Right.
So it's not just kids; it's adults too. Because what you do as a child, if nobody told you what was right, you still gonna do it as an adult. So you're still raising grown kids.
And you know, my philosophy with that is I don't like to tell people necessarily right away what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Because who am I to say what's right and wrong? But I like to ask them, what the hell are you doing? Like
Yeah.
no, I mean,
but see,
you're doing something for a reason. So like you're out
to
here
say,
doing this. What are you doing?
But see, somebody need that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So in this
People aren't
generation,
receptive. People aren't receptive to everything. They don't hear.
They're you know when they're not receptive? When they're in groups.
Yeah.
When they're by themselves.
Yeah.
but here's the thing
if you
that
can catch them by themselves, then
we
maybe
can't
a
be
group
so
will
reluctant not to step in.
I agree with that.
We can't be so reluctant not to step in. I ride the metro to and from work every single
so
day.
You see it.
I see it. And sometimes
they're bad at groups. Though.
I have to really push myself to step in and say, can you stop? What are you doing? I get some pushback, but these young folks, they just need to be talked to.
Definitely.
Sometimes they just want to be
and they
heard.
want some respect too.
Yeah,
and it's about your approach.
It's about your approach. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about how you talk
you
to
gotta,
people.
To get respect, you gotta give it.
But that's not how these kids think though.
But some of them I think some of them are so used to people being reluctant. Everybody like,
that's why they go like that.
No one ever has said anything to, so we don't know. But as soon as you take the moment to like get the sucker out of you and really just say something, you know, they're kids are more receptive than you give it. When I was riding a train, I had to have some deep talks with kids.
Definitely. I see a lot of nonsense taking place on the train. And I asked some adults, I said, it's 5 kids acting up. It's 50 of us on this train. If all of us stood up and spoke to those 5 kids, they wouldn't have nothing to say. Definitely. They wouldn't have the power. But if everyone is sitting down, don't say anything, you give the power to those kids to do whatever they want, say whatever they want.
Perfect example: the boy who dragged the lady in the pool.
Oh, I hated that video.
Okay,
that made me mad.
I didn't even watch it because it had the little thing on top of it, and I was like, I can't watch that.
It was so horrible to watch.
I'm not watching that shit.
That made me so mad.
It was hard to watch because kids are terrible in groups, like you said, in groups. And I think...
I mean, they made fun of you, right?
No, I never had that problem.
Oh, sorry.
No. I think you might be telling on yourself.
I thought back in the day they made fun of you.
No,
I
can't relate to your issues.
You said it was terrible.
Those kids are terrible. They were, and I think part of the reason why he drugged her, first he dropped her and then dropped her in the water. And I think part of the reason why he did it was because people was encouraging him to do it. It was a group of them encouraging him to do this, and he had.
But then the question again, like that's why I do a lot. I do that to adults too. What's your goal here? What are you trying to accomplish?
They don't know.
And they don't. They be like,
at the end of the day, they don't.
At the end of the day, they're like you. They want attention.
But I'm gonna tell you like this.
You know what I mean? I think kids do things out of attention.
Do you see this?
Yeah. You know what I mean? They do things out of attention. You know what I mean? So
that's because they're not getting that attention.
They're not getting attention.
Nowhere else.
When they're out in the street amongst their friends, it's showtime.
Right.
But I do know this.
That was his moment to be the man.
Well, I tell you what, he about to have a couple moments after that. But
he caught those charges.
He gonna go to jail.
He should have.
Like, and this is the thing about
himself in, right?
I'm not sure how it happened, but I know he got charged.
I cannot imagine the purpose of jail, whatever the purpose is intent, the purpose is supposed to be. I can't imagine being in a cell for a few years thinking that I was so, like, to think on that one day, like I was.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
So hold on.
Can I be truthful?
Okay.
I work at a jail. That's my job.
Okay, right. I'm glad. I have a question. So do you think that everything that our youth does has to be criminalized? Because I think a lot of what they do is part of mischief behavior. You know what I mean? They just being knuckleheads.
But it's different though.
How do we make these young people that's doing stupid shit? How do we we're so easily to turn them into criminals?
It's not
like
mischief.
At 13 we already want to
give
give
them.
You
have to understand. Like my father would tell me.
That's a bigger picture.
That's a bigger picture. We're making these kids criminals and when they're necessarily not. They just badass kids.
But you gotta be.
It's mischief if you're white.
No,
of course not.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the answer. We're sending
because you're putting them in a position where they have to survive. Now they're gonna become worse.
Yes.
But it's not.
You wonder why.
But for some people, it can be a nice little think tank. Some people need to sit down for a second and have a moment in solitude.
But if they spend their
a real second, some people need to. Some people need to sit down.
However, they might have to do things to survive.
Sit down for a second. Sit down for a second with no rehabilitation, with no talking to, with no counseling.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Because you throw somebody in the cell. A wise man once told me, "Don't let me think for myself."
Right.
Don't let me think for myself because I'm always going to think the worst. You throw me in a cell and you tell me to think about the punishment, I'm always going to think about why I'm right. I'm not supposed to be in here, why I'm ready to get out. But if you put me in a cell and you give me counseling, you give me rehabilitation, you tell me that my life is better. You tell me that I have potential. You tell me that I have better opportunities when I come out. You give me something positive to think about.
Definitely.
Talking about something positive to think about. I want you to give your information one more time because we're coming up on the end of the time tonight, which is sad because it's just starting to get really, really, really good. Now you also left out something, man, that you didn't tell the people that you're a youth pastor as well.
Yes, I'm the youth director at youth director at the St. Stephen Baptist Church, Temple Hills, Maryland, right around the corner.
Okay.
Again, that's what I love to do. You know, I love just to tell, because that's another piece. Our young folks need Jesus.
Yes, they do.
You know, I mean, when you have no one to fear, you're a dangerous person.
Yeah.
You're a dangerous person.
And you know the funny part is that's most women.
That's a lot of people, period.
And I'm telling you, these young folks,
they're dangerous as a mug, boy.
You give them Jesus and you give them potential and you tell them that, you know, this nonsense out there, you don't have to live like this. They get their attention, you straighten them up.
That's true.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
it's crazy.
Danny, if you send your kids to them, he'll feed their mind and their bodies.
There it is.
Right.
Okay, so you know, you have to pay for the wings, though. The wings ain't free.
Right.
My man got three barbecue pits and some more stuff he trying to expand. So send your kids and send them with $10 each.
Yeah,
and they'll come back with a full belly and some Bible scripture.
Too, because the people at my job, they're always ordering food.
So
thank you. Yes, they're always ordering food. Thank you.
Okay, and just say it one more time. Reiterate it. If there's a number you want to give out to, you know, just give everybody a chance. So I'm gonna buy some time from my man real quick. Everybody, get what you need to write this stuff down. If you want to make an order of wings, I know a lot of y'all are gonna host, especially you ladies. You like to host things and don't like to cook. And if you do have something at your house,
Well,
do not have.
We got two
able-bodied
men right here with the chicken.
Exactly. Just number one. I just want to say this though, because we are embarking. We're about to touch the summer season. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and that's the official beginning of summer. If you have a party at your house, ladies, and you have a store-bought cake, and there is more than 4 women in that damn place. I'm just saying.
I don't know no women like that.
I'm just saying.
Store-bought cake. What parties are you going to?
I don't eat cake.
Who gets cake in the summer?
I'm sorry. Now go ahead. Do that. I'm just letting you say.
Cake is winter food.
Please contact us. AAA Wings. Email address is AAAwings1@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram, _A_wings, and Facebook, AAA Wings. We would love to have your business. We would love to serve you. We specialize in out of the box flavors. That's what we do. We're ready just to step the game up of all wing flavors.
All right. Do you guys have a motto?
Yeah, we just don't want your business. We want the relationship.
All right.
Wow. They were ready with that.
Hit it.
That was on time.
But just the business first, though.
Yeah.
All right. So that does it for this week's edition of He Say, She Say. For those of you who tune in every week, I am Mark, and this is
Tiana.
And I think we gotta add Nancy in there.
And I'm Nancy.
Nancy, what does your shirt say?
Sorry for what I said on Monday. It's Thursday.
That's not Nancy. You can't read.
It says sorry for what I said on Monday.
When it was Monday.
Sorry for what I said when it was Monday, right?
Well, it's your job to read it. I'm reading it.
All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll check you guys in 7 days. All right.
Thank you guys.
Good night.
Good night.